Yo, what's going on, BroTalk Nation, man? It's your boy Eric here. I got my brother Jamarcus on, man. And man, tonight, it's gonna be a great one, man. So we're coming back to y'all. Last week we came off a long hiatus. My brother was traveling, him and the family was making sure they got to their new spot. And man, I'm gonna tell y'all during the break, man, God has been working on us because that's just what he do. He gotta take us through something. He gotta bring back some things. He gotta remove some things. And you know, sometimes, man, some doors in life get reopened. But that was last week's podcast, talking about the doors get reopened. But hey, man, we gonna dive into some good stuff tonight. So if you haven't had a chance, go back and watch it. If you're out there on YouTube, Spotify, wherever you're listening to this podcast at, please like, please love, please share. It don't cost you a dime, and God needs His word to go out. All right. So, man, tonight, bro, I am happy to be here.
Yeah.
I am joyful to be here. And man, it's always good seeing my brother. So, man, let's go. What we got for the people, man?
Bro, man, you know how we always do it, man. First and foremost, man, just giving thanks to God that we able to still have this platform
Yeah.
to kick this thing off, man. I can already feel your energy. So
Man.
instantly I'm ready to go, man. But like you said, man, um, we've been in this series called Doors, man, and we took a long hiatus, but we came back and God just really just restarted the whole engine. Didn't even wait. We went 0 to 100 like real quick. And tonight,
Facts.
man, I can already feel it in the atmosphere. I just know this is
Yes.
about to be powerful for somebody because
Yes.
it was
Yes.
powerful for me as we was going through it, and I know it's about to be good. But
Let's get it.
like he said, man, if you did not catch last week's episode, man, please subscribe, hit on the Facebook, the link trees in the gram, all these things so you can find all our links, man, to see how everything is going, man. So you gotta catch up, bring a friend, share the good news that we about to give. So, bro, last week, man, we had the title
Mm-hmm.
"Sun Doors Reopen," and we talked about how God is like reopening up doors for us daily, and how
Mm-hmm.
we talked about us being who we are, throwing fits when doors
Yeah.
close, and how the door shutting is being loud because of the lack of. And at the end of it, we tell y'all we always have like a little after, you know, little talk about like after the podcast about just what's going on in each other lives. And my brother E and my wife kind of got in, like, started talking about something, and they got on this point of where our title came from right now. And you can see it at the bottom. It says, "Do you know what door to go through?"
Yes, sir.
Because a lot of us have a lot of doors, and a lot of us are walking through wrong doors daily.
Man,
I mean, these
let's get it.
decisions come like this. So, bro, I did some Googling, bro. Me and this Google,
Okay.
dog. And
Okay. All right.
when I'm
All
on this
right.
Google thing, it's about to be good, dude. I don't know why,
Yeah,
but
yeah. Yeah,
I
yeah.
I Googled some things about doors, and I know a lot of people who are, above the age of 25, hopefully have seen a game show where they have prizes behind the doors, right?
Mm.
So, they'll be like, you can win the prize behind door one, or you can get what's behind door two if you choose the right.
Ooh, that's good. That's good.
But
Come on, bro.
they had a game show called Let's Make a Deal. I don't know if
Mm.
anybody's seen this, but it's an old game show where they had
Mm-hmm.
a door prize called Let's Make a Deal.
Yeah,
Bro,
yeah.
this thing became so big, the actual like host name was Money Hall. It became a mathematical problem about how this game went. See,
Yeah,
only
yeah.
made sure there was three doors. He had
Hmm.
one car behind one of the doors and two goats, right? He would let I don't know why they had goats as like
Yeah,
the
I was
thing,
about to ask that question,
whatever,
man.
man. But he would let you pick one of the doors out of the
Yeah,
three.
yeah.
So let's say you said, "Hey, I'm gonna pick door one." He would
Hmm.
say he would show you the goat behind a different door out of
Hmm.
one of the doors. And then he will ask you, hey, do you still want to stay with door one or do you want to pick and choose door two? So now you went from having a 1 out of 3 chance of winning to maybe getting a 2 out of 3 chance of winning, bro.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
thing became so big. I Googled it and they called it the Monty Hall problem. You had scholars, you had mathematicians from Harvard, from Yale, all of these people trying to figure out a better way of winning the car behind the door.
Wow.
It threw me for a lift, bro, because it made me started thinking like this decision, like I told you, became so big that scholars around the world were trying to figure it out. But
Yeah,
in our daily lives, bro,
yeah.
there is no game show. This is no game show. We ain't
Yeah,
opening and closing to goats and cars. A lot of us are opening and closing to life and death.
man.
We ain't got the help of scholars and mathematicians around the world. These decisions that we are making, there is no waiting. So I'm starting this off with the question that the enemy is gonna ask you: are you ready to make a deal? Like
Ooh,
this is what you get in the
my,
doors that we got, bro. So like
my God.
I wanted to kick it off with that intro, bro, because this it's good, bro. This is about to be good.
Hey, man, look, the notice has been served, right? So, how many times, and I'm gonna ask the second question. How many of y'all have actually made that deal,
Oh, that's it.
right? How many of y'all made that deal with the devil? Go ahead, I'll wait. I personally, I made it a lot of times because I knew I shouldn't have been doing something. I heard the whisper and I didn't obey God's word.
Yeah.
So if you are a self-righteous person, you the cum laude of Christianity, you know what I'm saying? You got all the rankings and you done passed every test in the Bible. I don't know where you got your answers from. But if you don't believe that you made a deal with the enemy, you're fooling yourself. And this is something that I'm telling y'all, it's so small and minute, but it's so huge and impactful at the same time. Like, what deals have you made with the enemy?
Mm,
Right? Did you let your heart be hard to what somebody did towards you? Did you choose to not forgive somebody? Like, these are deals with the enemy
yeah.
because he is going to attack you in those moments. Because the moment he see you shaking in your answer, he be like, God, right? So you got to be careful. You
Yep.
got to be careful. And hey, man, take Lamar Jackson, right? Best quarterback in the league, hands down. I don't care nobody what y'all got to say, Raven Nation, all right?
Here you go.
Best quarterback in the league has not signed a deal yet. He gave a deadline of Friday, but he hasn't signed the deal. And a lot of people want to know why is that? Well, see, here's something about a contract. You have to read the entirety of the contract. See, the enemy might have sold you on, hey, if you come over here with me, shoot, I'll give you a girl. But
Yeah.
see, at the bottom of that contract was you're gonna get chlamydia and you're gonna lose your family and you're not gonna be able to use the bathroom for the next 4 days. Correct. Right? See, you don't know what you bargaining for in that contract because
Yeah.
we don't tend to read the whole thing. So we're gonna get into some good stuff tonight, man. Let's go.
So I wanted to give y'all the actual like the verse behind this one, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it in the chat for y'all as well, for everybody on there. But you can see we coming from the book that nobody likes to read. I'm being 100% honest right now. This is worse than like Leviticus. Like no one wants to read Revelation because we're scared of it.
Hey.
I'll raise my hand. I'm definitely scared of Revelation because we scared because we fear what we don't know, and everything.
Man, there you go.
It sounds bad, but there's so much good in this book as well, right?
Oh
So,
my
like I
God.
said, we're coming out of Revelation 3, 7, chapter 3, verse 7 and 8. And I went in the message version. And it says,
Mm,
write this to Philadelphia, to the angel of the church. So we're writing, someone's writing to the angel of the church, right? The
mhm.
holy, I love this, man. I love how this thing talk. The holy and the true, not just holy, but and the true. David key is in his hand, opening doors that no one can lock, locking doors that no one can open. Speaks. I see what you've done. Now see what I've done. I've opened a door before you that no one can slam shut. You
Ooh.
don't have much strength. I know that you've used what you had to keep my word. You didn't deny me when times were rough. And
Mm,
that's why I'm trying to ask y'all, do you know what doors to go through? I
mm,
mean, bro, this verse
mm.
speaks so loud because
That's a
like I said,
powerful one
a
right
lot of
there.
people are so scared of Revelation because it feels like, oh, Jesus gonna come back and he gonna set everything on fire and this everything gonna be bad.
Yeah,
He's gonna give you so much word in this book. So if you
man, yeah,
haven't hopped in Revelations, you got to get in there, right? And
man.
this is where we at right now. And bro, the first point I wanted to make out was, like I said, we're talking about, do you know what door to go through? Before we even get there, you need to know that every door is a decision.
Mm,
Every door is a decision. See, the thing we miss is that no matter what door you choose to enter, there is a decision behind that door. You just brought up, hey, if I'm listening and I go talk to this girl that I know I'm not supposed to be talking to, when you
mhm.
open that door, there's a decision behind that door.
Yeah.
Have you ever opened something like a text, a email, a DM, or whatever it was that you knew you shouldn't
Hmm.
have
Yeah,
opened?
yeah,
You should have just deleted it. But from the time you opened, there was a
yeah.
ripple effect behind it.
Man,
It's so
come on with it,
simple.
bro.
Like you said, it was so minute. You opened up a text that you knew you should have deleted, but just you open it, put a thought in your mind. Here comes the ripple effect. See,
Mm,
everything you open has a has there is a decision behind it. But for most of us, we don't think about the decision behind the openness. I hope y'all caught
hey,
that.
that was good.
Or I
That
hope
was
y'all
good.
caught
That
that.
was a bar right there.
You like for real, like there's a decision behind the openness. So that's what
Man.
I'm trying to tell you. And you can think about it the same thing. Like if you ever opened your mouth and said things that you should have never been said, there's a ripple effect behind that, right?
Hmm.
Like like I said, there's a decision behind all your openness, bro. So like I wanted to like start with that first point, right? Because
Hmm.
it's so important that we see the door, but we don't think about the decision that comes after the door. So
Hey, I sit back, man, and I think about like, you know, we'll go back to the game show. I don't know why goats were behind the door, but it was
neither, bro.
goats there. But what if it was something there to kill you?
Mm,
What if it was something there to kill your kids? What if it was something there to stop you from attaining that degree or getting that job or making whatever amount of money you want to make or getting your husband or your wife?
yeah.
Like what my brother is saying to y'all is behind the openness, there's a cost,
That's good too.
right? There's a cost behind making that decision, one to be open, to open the door. And there you go with the ripple effect, right? Because In the words of my brother, my brother Carlos, some you got some you gonna at some point you're gonna have to pay. You're gonna have to pay something. You gotta pay either now or you're gonna pay later. And the cause behind opening that door or the decision of the openness, man, that can determine a lot of things in your life. Do you want to leave yourself or your kids or your family or your life up to like chance, to a gamble? Because that's what the enemy is going to do with your life. As soon as you open that door, he rolling the dice like, got him. Hey, let me take you on this ride real quick. And we don't understand that behind that openness, there's a decision, and a costly decision is man, it's gonna tear your family up and it's gonna tear you up later. You might not feel it now, but your kids will when they turn 21. And now they're walking into a young adulthood, and now they start putting the pieces together to what daddy did or what mommy did, and now they feeling a certain way towards you.
Yep.
All this time you've been thinking, oh, life is great, life is good. But nah, they got all this animosity that's been built up for over years. Now there's a ripple in the family.
That's good.
See, the enemy gonna use all kinds of tricks. He gonna make it look good. He gonna put lights on his door. He gonna put like,
you getting into it?
Man, he gonna put diamonds and rhymes, all the glittery stuff, the stuff that pops to the eye. Right? All that's gonna be painted on that door. But see, God, God said, I don't have to be that loud. See, in my mind, when I think about doors opening, the enemy, I think about the enemy being how P. Diddy was back in the day, shiny suit man. You know what I'm saying? Like he over here dancing. Take that, hey, this door, hey, it look fun over here, but God's sitting there like, hey, I just got a door for you. All right, I ain't doing all that dancing.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm God. I don't do all that. Right? And what do? We go with the shiniest thing. And what you just did was you compromised your life behind that decision, because now you're open. You're like, well, now see, openness can turn into, let me change the word of openness. Curiosity is what has you open.
Yes,
you're curious about what's behind that door. Let me see. If I just say, let me see, like fellas, we do it all the time, right? Let's be hot, open, and transparent.
Yeah.
We be trying to test and see if we still got it. Let me say something slick, you know what I'm saying? Hey there, beautiful. Hey, Sugarfoot. You know what I'm saying? And she get a smile like, yeah, you know that boy still got it.
Ripple effect.
Ripple effect.
Yeah.
Just compromised everything. Let's go, bro.
Hey, that's good, bro. Like, I mean, listen, man. There's no other way to be. There's no other way to like let this sink in, let it dig in, until you start thinking, what have I opened? Let me look back and see what have I opened that caused a ripple effect. I mean, hey, listen, man. I put myself out on Front Street all the time. There are tons of times where ripple effects are because of things that I open. Either I opened my mouth, either I opened a text message or DM or things like that. When you like, you could have caught yourself, and you like you said, curiosity. It killed the cat. They got you. Man. Literally, that's all it takes. And that's what the enemy is like right there. The enemy is standing right there. Hey, let's make a deal. Let's see if you can make a smile. Let's see if you can get a laugh. That's that thing that he was talking about, where he's sitting there saying, let's make a deal. Just like the game show said, bro, it's so important that you got to understand that, man. And I want to give y'all Bible about this too, because each one of these points I'm going to give you Bible about. Like we said, every door is a decision. Joshua 24:22 literally says you are a witness to what? Your own decision. You are a witness to your own decision. You have chosen to serve the Lord. Yes, they replied, we are witnesses to what we have said. The first part of that is so important. You are a witness to your own decision. So when you open that door, you are a witness to that decision that you're about to make. Like that's what, like this is what the Bible is putting. And I want to touch on something that you touched on, bro, and I wrote it down as a note too. Another thing, the label on the door, read it. A lot of us don't. That's not even a point, but I wrote it down. A lot of us don't even read the label on the door. Like we don't
I
even read.
like that.
Like we
Like
don't
that.
take the time to see that. Hey, this door says there's harm behind it. It's hazardous. So I shouldn't go through this door. Matter of fact, I shouldn't even open it up a little bit because if I do,
Mm.
something can seek out. Like
Yeah, yeah,
it's only gonna take a crack for me to get hurt. Like we don't
yeah.
even read the label, right? Because some of the labels prevent harm. Another thing
Mm-hmm.
about the labels is, and I was thinking about doors, is just because there is a title on the door, i.e., executive, boss,
Ooh,
CEO,
let's go.
chairman, or something like that, it has
There you
nothing
go.
to do with what's behind the door.
Mm,
Just because it says executive, boss, chairman, lead, whatever, whatever, you still don't know what's behind the door. You can
mm,
go in there saying, "Oh, this is an executive, so I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna be vulnerable, or I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna go off." You don't know what's behind the door just because of the label.
mm,
So no
mm.
matter what you're doing, there's a decision behind the door. Is what I want that to sink in. Like he said,
Yes.
don't let the curiosity get you
Mm.
just because you see the door, bro. Like
Eh,
I really don't
It,
know how else to put that, bro.
it's
So like,
power. I mean,
yeah, go ahead.
curiosity is powerful, man.
Go
It
ahead, bro.
is. It is a curiosity is an addictive drug. I'm gonna let y'all know right now.
Yo, yo.
Like, because you want, like, I know me, right? And I'm a hot, open, and transparent. You wonder about things that, like, what if this,
Yo.
right? Me and my wife had this conversation all the time. And, she was like, babe, it's okay. Like, I know, she's like, I see people and I know you see people, right? But she understands that, like, you don't have to go in depth of thinking about different things when you see a beautiful woman or a beautiful man. See, that curiosity, I know everybody has it, and you can't say you don't because we all got these movie star crushes that we have,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and they got novels out about you know Lucius with the long hair riding on the white horse and with his shirt half open,
Said Lucius.
blouse top looking like Prince from Dave Chappelle show. Like we all got this image, right? But it's in those moments that you have to stop yourself.
Yeah.
Like, because you have to cut the curiosity off like Gang Green. You gotta chop it like instantly. Like, nope. God help me with these thoughts that I'm having. Right? That's how you stop your curiosity. That's how you stop from, like my brother said, peeping in the door. Right? I just want to get that point out, bro.
No,
That's it.
no, hey, no, that's really good, man. Hey, listen, man. Dawg, I hate to do this to y'all. I'm about to trigger a couple of y'all, but it's okay, man. We've all been there. Have
Yeah,
you
yeah.
ever, listen? I'm trying to paint a picture. Have you ever been a kid and you opened the door and your mom was getting dressed? What did you do? You hurry up. Oh, you
Yeah.
hurry
Oh.
up and shut the door
Right.
because you don't want to see. You don't want that
Hmm.
picture in your head.
Man, that's
He
good.
just gave y'all a perfect thing. Listen,
Hmm.
listen, men, women, God gave us eyes. God makes wonderful and marvelously creatures. This is later down in the line in this, and we're gonna get back on this again. We're gonna see
Yeah.
marvelously, wonderfully made creatures. That's fine. The same way how you shut the door because you didn't want to see your mom,
Mhm.
when you think a little bit above that, you're supposed to shut the door. I don't even want that image in my head because if you
Right, right.
open it up, there's a
Hmm.
decision behind that, and it's going to be
Yes,
a
sir.
ripple effect. Like
Yeah,
this,
yeah.
what I'm trying. This is what we're trying to get. This is what we're trying to get with you. See, you opened the door,
Yeah,
cool. Now you need to.
yeah.
No. God help me right now. I'm gonna stop this right now. Shut it
Hmm.
down right now. See, this is the part where we're trying to get you on how these doors, like, do you know which door to walk through? Like, it's
Man,
so important
let's go.
because if you don't know these steps, if you don't know which door to walk through, you're gonna find yourself walking in so many doors.
Hmm.
You just in and out. You just in and out, in and out. You never make a home.
Man,
You just in and out.
that's
You
good.
never find a
That's good.
place to sit and be still. You never find a place to settle. You in and out of relationships. You in and out of jobs. You in and out of
Yeah,
dating.
yeah,
You in and out. This should not be your life like this in
yeah,
and out. At some
yeah.
point, you gotta find a home in a relationship. Find a home in a job. Find a home in financial. God wants you to end up settling down somewhere. He don't want you in and out. Like this is, I wanted to get that across, bro, because that's so important on what you was
Yeah.
just saying, man. Another point, that I wanted to get to, bro, is you got to understand that your destiny will be shaped by which door you walk past and which door you enter.
Yeah.
Like
Man.
I'm hitting y'all on these doors, dog. Like
Yes, sir.
I'm telling you, as I was writing all this stuff down, man, I'm telling you, God was just like, "Hey, we got you. There's steps to this, and I need you to go with them." But like your destiny will be shaped by which door you walk past and by which door you enter. There's a famous quote that says, "Watch your actions before they become habits. Watch your habits because they become your character. Watch your character because it becomes your destiny." Like that's how this works, right? I love it
Yeah.
because it says, because a lot of us tend to be like, oh, I'm gonna shape my future. You ain't shaping nothing. Your habits is what's gonna shape your future. So
Yeah.
if you don't work on
Facts.
your habits are gonna turn to your future, right?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
got that quote and I was like, I don't know if the Bible say anything about this. Well, they gotta be. Everything come from the Bible. 1 Corinthians 7:23 to 24, the Message version, bro. All of you, slave and free. I love that part because he was letting you know, like, the
Ain't leaving nobody.
wicked people and you free righteous people, both.
Get
One
them.
was held hostage in sinful society. Then a huge sum was paid out. That's Jesus dying for us, right? So please don't, out of old what habit, slip back into being or doing what everyone else tells you. Friends, stay where you were called to be. God is there. Hold the high ground with him at your side.
Yeah.
Literally, he's telling you about habits. So he's telling you about what doors, what doors to walk past, right? So I asked the question, what are some of the doors that you need to walk past? Is it fast? Is it fast money? Like, is it thick girls, bad girls? Is it the ones with the long hair? Is it the light skins, the dark skins? Women, is it food? I know some of y'all like, hold up, I can walk fast and eat, but no. Like, food is on there for some people too. If it's a door you need to walk past of that's costing and bringing you out and you in and out, you need to walk
Yeah.
past that door. Is it certain people? Is it website? Like all of us, like with speed walk with our hands up. Like I'm if you think about it, if you was ever leaving church, trying to get out of church early, you know how you get up and you be like this right here? That's how all of us look walking. Like we need to be walking past the door, bro. Like that's why I'm asking y'all, like, what door do you need to walk past, bro?
Man. Bro, I look, man. That's such a great thing, and I know I'm gonna give it to y'all like this, man. I know society dresses it up as mental health issues, but it's the door of dealing with your past,
Oh, that's a
past hurts, past pain,
mm,
past trauma, all that, right? Those are things that trigger us to be even more curious to see that, right? And you do have to walk past those doors. And I'm gonna tell y'all, like one of the biggest things, and me and my brother was talking about this on the last at the end of the last podcast, but I'm in a season where I got doors reappearing, right? Past pains, past thoughts, and I'm like, man, God, I need you. But God was like, I sent your help, and that's the Holy Spirit. So I was like, well, where he at?
yeah.
Like what where how can I get in contact with the Holy Spirit? Right? So in my search, right? And this is a lot of us when we're starting to make that turn in our life, you don't know what door to go through to even find help. Right? So walking past certain doors, you got to be able to recognize what door you're walking past. You could be walking past a blessing from God or an instruction from God. But we're too locked up in pain and trauma and all this other stuff that we don't know a good door when we see
Oh, that's good.
it.
That is
like like a good door doesn't have a whole lot to it. It's just a door. It's a
yeah.
plain door. Like God don't need you to be perfect. He needs you to bring your imperfection to him
Yeah,
to be made perfect.
that's so
It's a,
good.
it's a plain door. So, but like I said earlier, we got the shiny thing mentality, right? The door needs to have everything outlined and it needs to be this tall and this wide. It needs to have this color paint on it and it needs to be mahogany wood and all that fabricated stuff, man. That's why we keep walking past the wrong door, right? Stop putting yourself in a position to walk past the wrong door. It's simple. It's very simple. Just
Yeah,
go through the right door. Right?
man.
Let's go, bro.
Bro, like before I go on to something that you said, I gotta touch on the last part. I hope E was saying like we're looking. You don't want to walk past like a blessing door, right? Because it's a
Mm-hmm.
plain Jane like door. We are
Mm-hmm.
looking at doors with the color, with the diamonds and all this. It hit me. God gave me something. He said we're so concerned about what it looked like, how we're entering.
Mm-hmm.
I need y'all to catch that. You're so
Yeah, yeah,
concerned about how it looks
yeah,
when
yeah.
you're entering than what's on the other side. Man,
Man,
I'm gonna
listen.
take that in because wow, God, you just hit me with that. Let me give y'all an open moment. I missed out on a promotion on something that I lost that I talked about on this podcast numerous times, and I
Mm-hmm.
was up for it again. I will be completely honest because I prayed about it. I wanted it back so I can have the story.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm trying to say was, I wanted the door to have the diamonds, the outline, and all of that so it can look nice when I enter it. See, I didn't want the plain Jane door. I
Mm-hmm.
wanted the diamonds and all of that so it looks good when I enter it because that's how I think my door is supposed to look. And
Mm.
like I'm telling y'all right
That
now,
was key.
I was about to walk past a lot of stuff, but I had to enter certain doors. I had to be like, yo, what's going on right now? I'm mad right now because I'm not on there. But are you really mad that you're not on there? Or are you mad because you don't have the story right now? Are you mad
Mm.
because you don't have everybody telling you, bro, you did it, restoration? Like I'm being completely
Yeah,
honest with y'all
yeah,
right now.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
being so real so somebody else can catch this. Like I wanted the door to have the entering that I wanted it. I wanted the band
Mm.
playing. I wanted the sin, like I wanted everything going. I
Yeah,
wanted the
yeah.
story. So I walked past a lot of different stuff. I had to sit down and I had to hear my wife tell me, "Hey, you didn't get this, but it's still coming."
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
are you okay with it coming later, or do you just want it now because that's what you
Ooh.
think you need? And I was like, well, it
Ah.
better look. It would have been good. It would have been a comeback. Like it would have been, I had a setback, and here's the comeback. And she's like, well, what are you coming back from? You already came back. And I was like, oh, I missed that door. I missed walking
Ooh.
through the door.
Walk
See,
right past.
listen, I had almost lost everything and I got back my family. I got back my kids. I found my life with God again. But I was like, it's this thing that I needed to end it, to end the story with. And God is like, you already done came back. You don't even need that to end your story. Right
Right.
now, Marcus, there is somebody that watches you, that watches the podcast and say, it must be God, the reason why he's smiling. It ain't the promotion that's going to say, that's God. It's already been said that somebody's saying God. So I need y'all to catch this because I
Man.
just thought it. Don't
Ooh.
walk past doors that you need to go through. See, I was about to enter, right? I was about to enter in a door that I've already been through that took
Mm.
me back out of the rest of the doors. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It would have sent me right back to door one. Bro, I just caught that when you were saying all that. It
Hey,
literally
bro.
threw me off, dude. God.
That right there is our daily fight and battle between God and the enemy. and we get stuck on what happened to us,
Yeah, that pass, man. That
right?
pass door.
That that's a huge door. I don't know about y'all. It's something about what's behind me that I just gotta bring it forward and put it back in front of me. And it's like God was like, I already brought you from that.
Yeah.
But see, like I said earlier, we missing the plain door. Bro almost lost his family. He got his family back. Even better than before, right? Communication is happening, right? Actual love is flowing through the family.
Yeah.
But it's like we're trying to prove a point to people. Man, you don't have nothing to prove to nobody.
Man.
Nobody. Like me and my brother Carlos said, ain't nobody care. If my brother was to pick up Chief, it's gonna be somebody there that's gonna hate on him because he did. Ain't nobody care.
Bro, that's so good. Dude, that's so good.
He can pick it up. It's gonna be somebody that comes smile in his face and still hate him. Ain't nobody care.
That's so
For,
good, dude.
hey, for all the entrepreneurs out there, I'm one of them. This is something that I used to do to myself. That door of comparison.
Yeah.
That's a big door. I should be in this spot because I'm 36 and I got all this knowledge and I'm doing all these things, but I see uh Mark Zuckerberg at 21, he was a multimillionaire. Well, I'm sorry, but God didn't write your story like metaverse creator. I'm sorry, he didn't do that. But see, even for me, I'm high open and transparent. As an entrepreneur, hey man, I gotta be at the millions. And I'm glad my brother said what he said because that's double confirmation. Because my pastor back in Raleigh, North Carolina, Pastor Cooper, he said, Eric, if you made $1 million when you were 50, would it still matter to you? I was like, yeah, it would. Okay. If you made $1 million when you turned 60, would it still be $1 million? Like, well, yeah, it would. So why rush the process? Why you rushing past the door when step one was for you to come through this door to get saved, to be healed by God, to get a simple word and says, hey, daughter, hey, son, hey, you don't have to hurt no more. I saw what happened to you.
Yeah.
I brought you in this room to say that I love you because you feel like love has been missing and torn from you for years.
Yeah.
My brother was looking for restoration in a rank, and he already had restoration.
Man, bro. That's good, dude. Bro, like I need y'all to catch that last part.
I need it out. I need it out.
There's a lot. Oh my god, we can make this a two-parter. Like
Mhm.
I wrote in the chat like don't enter that door of comparison, don't enter that door of the past. But that last part you said, like I was looking for restoration and had already found it. You miss what he's already given you because you're in the wrong door. You entered the wrong door. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I miss that I've already entered the door of restoration because I went in the door of the past or I went in the door of comparison. You miss that you're entered in the door of love because you went into the door of hurt again or the dirt
Mm.
of the door of pain again. That's why like that point now
Yeah,
is making so much sense. Your
yeah,
destiny
yeah.
will be shaped on which door you walk past and what door you enter. Like
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling y'all, man, like I was okay, but I wasn't okay. Like I wasn't, but I was okay. Like I was
Yeah,
saying in my head, like, no, I'm good, I'm completed, I'm good. But then when the list came out, I was like, nah, bro. Like this
yeah,
was supposed to be
yeah,
my story, so everybody could be like, God, restoration. And
yeah, yeah.
God is sitting there saying, you need that to show restoration. So you missed everything else that I restored. And I'm telling you, this is how God will pull you back and forth. And I told you it's because I was going in and out. I wasn't,
Ooh.
because God is already saying, like, boy, if they can't see what I restored already, that chief ain't gonna show nothing.
Man.
Like, like that's just a label. And we talked about
Yeah.
this podcast before. That's just a
Yeah.
label. That
Yeah.
chief ain't nothing. God,
Mhm.
that label to God don't mean nothing. I'm not gonna be a chief in kingdom. Like
Oh
it
man.
ain't like I
Let's
get up
go.
there and he be like, "Hey, boy, where your khakis?" Like what I'm telling you is, when I do come up there, what is gonna be in the book is your husband, your father,
Mm.
your friend, your brother. Like, this is what I'm trying to tell you. So, bro, like, that got me all the way off.
Yeah.
But you know what? It ties into my next point, bro. I love this.
Mhm.
It flows right into it.
Yeah.
Because the
Yeah.
next one I wrote down is, you better make sure it's a door and not a trap door. Like,
Yeah.
I gotta get
There
y'all
we
on
go.
this. You better
There we
make
go.
sure the door you touching, or the door you about to walk in, is a door and not a trap door. E has
Yeah.
been
Yeah.
talking about this all the time. Like, that door is gonna be a plain Jane. That trap door is gonna be shown in diamonds and golds. That was the promotion for me, the diamonds and
Yeah.
gold.
Yeah.
So you better make sure it's a trap door, right? Matthew 22:15-8, bro. I love this because we love the model off of Jesus, right? This
Mhm.
literally is when the Pharisees were talking to Jesus and they were trying to get him. It says, then the Pharisees met together to plot how to trap Jesus, right? Into
Mhm.
saying something for which he could be arrested. So
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
these people got together and they wanted to trap him and then arrest him. They wanted to make the door look like something, but it really was a trap door that they was trying to
Mhm.
get him into. I
Yeah.
love
Yeah.
my boy JC. Oh, Jesus. He that boy cold. I tell you to go. He literally says in verse 18, but Jesus knew their evil motives, right?
Mhm.
Literally, they asked him about, like, a coin. They were asking him if Caesar should pay taxes. That's what they asked him, right? So it says, but Jesus knew their evil motives. He yelled out to him, you hypocrites, you haters, you busters, whatever you want to call in, right? It don't say haters or busters in the Bible, it just says hypocrites. But I know that's what Jesus was saying. He said, why are you trying to trap me? I love this cockiness, this arrogance. Like, when
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
walk through doors, you should be asking the enemy, why are you trying me though? Like, I don't know this. I'm equipped with everything I know, but I'll let you go on with this.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
literally says, they literally asked him, he said, show me the coin used for taxes, right? When they handed him a Roman coin, he asked, hey, who picture is on the coin? The Pharisees said, it's Caesar. So Jesus hit him with this. Well, then,
Slick.
it's easy. Give it to Caesar what belongs to Caesar, but give God what belongs to God. You see
Man.
how he flipped that on him?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Caesar's picture's on the coin, then give it to him. But what's for God, you better give it to God. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. You better know the door you're entering, if it's a real door or if it's a trap door. And if you don't know how to do this, you better ask some questions. Because I like how Jesus said, I'm not about to make a rational decision right now. I got some questions to ask first.
Yes.
So before I enter in this door, I got some questions to ask.
Mhm.
So that text message you just sent me, I got some questions I got to ask for. Was that meant for me? Because if it was, that's not me. I'm sorry. So we can go ahead and move past that, because that's not what I give to God. See, that's what I'm trying to tell y'all.
Oh, that's
If we
good,
start
man.
modeling what Jesus did when he tried to get trapped, a lot of us will be good. But a lot of us, we don't ask the right question. See, we'll get something and we'll be like, dang, that probably was for me. That make me feel good. It's all about me. That's what we do. See, Jesus, it wasn't all about him. You know who he turned into? It was all about God. Even though he had the power to say what he wanted to, he made it about God. So in
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
at your doorstep, you better be making it about God. Because if you don't, I'm telling you right now, you in a trap door. And once you get trapped, that's it. You're trapped until somebody comes set you free. Like, that's what I'm trying to say, bro. Like, let's go, dude.
He just brought y'all in the trap door and brought you back out too at the same time.
Bro, let's go.
Hey, but that's true, man. That's true, man. We don't give it to God. You know what belongs to God when you stuck in that trap door? Whatever thought and feeling that got you in it.
Oh, That's good,
right?
bro.
And I'll be hot open transparent with y'all. I'm a person, I'm a man that's been through pain when it comes to women.
Mm-hmm.
And certain things, see, you gotta recognize your triggers, right? This is
Yeah.
something my counselor told me. Recognize your triggers. That way you can have a better game plan for it when you get triggered,
Ooh.
right? So if you understand that, if for me, when I feel slighted or somebody being disloyal to me, or I feel like my trust has been taken advantage of or broken, the old Eric some of the old Eric starts to try to seek back in, right? Trying to think the same ways and do the same things, right? But in those same moments, now I'm able to say, hey, God, look, I know I'm about to make a mistake. See, that belongs to God,
Yeah.
because He's the only one that can take that away and fix whatever is going on wrong with me.
That's
I
good.
can't fix me. And that's our problem. You're looking at this coin, and that coin don't belong to you. That's Caesar's coin, right? Your problem, your pain, your triggers, your issues, whoever made you feel small again, whoever put you in the place where you were put you in that childlike mentality again because you got hurt as a kid,
Mm-hmm.
that belongs to God. This is your key to getting out of a trap door, right?
Yeah.
See the thing about a door, right? We're gonna break this door down. If you're trapped inside of a room with a door, whoever made the doorknob put two things on each end of this doorknob. On the outside, right,
Yeah.
there's a little hole usually, right, for new amount of homes. There's a little hole in there, right, and on the other side there's a lock. Well, the enemy will flip that around, and now you be like, well, I don't have no way out of here. But God was like, it's that little small thing right there,
Mm-hmm.
right? That small thing that you don't recognize. I need that because I'm gonna be the one to unlock that door.
That's good.
I'm gonna send the Holy Spirit to you to give you the word, the guidance, the everything you need to get out of this position.
That's good, bro.
It's the small things. Most of y'all don't even know what I'm talking about. It's that little hole in that door that you don't even recognize that you can stick something in it and unlock that door.
That's good.
But you gotta put something in it. You gotta give it to God.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, you're gonna be stuck in there. And I don't know about y'all, a room with nothing in it but your past and yourself.
Ooh.
It's gonna create depression. It's gonna create self destruction. It's gonna create bad decisions.
That's
Right?
exactly right.
That's exact. Like my brother. My brother sent me a text today, man, and he said, "Man, that's where the enemy wants you, in isolation. That's the only way the enemy can win. Well, actually, he can't win because you got to allow him to win. He only does what you tell him to do.
Mm-hmm.
So if you told him that, hey, bring me in this trap door, he gonna bring you in there. If you say, if you get to the door and be like, you know what, this door ain't for me. God, which one of these doors is mine? God will lead you from that door. And the enemy ain't gonna, there's nothing he can do. He's defenseless, right?
That's
We
good.
gotta stop playing, we gotta stop playing defense. Like we play defense in our Christian walk, in our walk with God, because we turn from that defense becomes self-pity. It becomes, well, if this person hurt me, I might as well just blow it all up. No, no.
Yeah.
We gotta go on offense. We got to go into this. No, this ain't my door, bro. Who are you talking to right now? Like, this what you're trying? You try to bring me through this door? Hey, man, God, man, you know how many doors God has brought me through?
Yeah. Yeah.
It didn't look pretty. It didn't look shiny, but he brought me through,
That's
right?
good, dude.
Hey, let's go, man.
Bro, that's so good. I wanted to I found this as I was searching for traps in the Bible app. I ran across this other verse that you said something earlier about how your counselor talks to you about triggers, right? And
Yeah,
I went through the counseling, and they say the more you recognize your triggers early, you can ground yourself so that you don't make the same mistakes, right? Bro, I
Mm-hmm.
love this thing, this thing called the Bible, this good word, because everything seems to flow from that. And you will
Mm-hmm.
be so surprised to know Proverbs 1:17 says, if a bird sees a trap being set, it knows to stay away. Like, like I'm listen,
Simple.
it's so funny because like God is saying, bro, if you can see the triggers, trade that word triggers out with trap, stay away from it. Like, don't continue walking that way. And listen, God, hey man, listen, fellas. I don't know if you lie to yourself or whatever. I did for a long time, bro. We know when traps are being laid. Ladies, you know the
Thirst traps.
same thing as well. You know when someone says something that it's an interlude to something else. Like, you
Mm.
know. So you got to get better at seeing the trap being laid to know, nope, closed door here. Those boundaries, as my wife always say, healthy
Yeah, yeah.
boundaries on knowing when to be set. And fellas, it is okay to get help to knowing, hey, this is a boundary that,
Facts.
hey, maybe I don't recognize, but it's a
Facts.
boundary, bro. Like, it's okay. I wanted to tie in because I saw it earlier and was like, bro, he
Yeah.
said the same thing I saw earlier.
Yeah.
Also, bro, as we were talking about making sure that it's not a trap door, do y'all know in the Bible, we brought this up before, nowhere does it say that Jesus went somewhere hastily, like
Mm-hmm.
quickly,
Mm-hmm.
fast.
Yeah.
He ran, he did anything. Jesus
Yeah.
always took his time. He
Yeah.
went at his own pace. He moved at his own pace. He never rushed into anything. Just like with this, like that
Mm.
verse and story I gave you, he didn't rush into an answer. He asked him, man, let me see the coin. Oh, okay, cool. It's great. Got Caesar's face on it. So it's Caesar's. But what's for my God is for my God. Like, he's not rushing. So what I'm
Yeah.
trying to tell you is when you get to these doors, you don't just rush into the
Mm-hmm.
door. You take
Man.
your time and open it up. And before you step in, you look around. Like, this is what I'm trying to get you to understand. A lot of us open the door, walk right on in. You don't even know what's behind the door. You don't even know what's on the side of the door. You getting shot because you didn't walk in and you ain't even look nothing. Like, they
Mm-hmm.
got this thing like, and we do like this gun training and all this stuff. When you look
Mm-hmm.
in, they tell us to hit the corners because that's
Yeah.
usually someone standing to shoot you. See,
Right.
if you don't have any military background or anything like that, if you clear in a room, there's usually no one standing right in the middle of
In
the
the
room.
middle. Right.
First. They usually stand in the corners or
Yeah.
behind the doors to catch you what? Off guard. See,
Off
that's what
guard.
they
Yeah.
want. They want to catch you when you look in the room. Oh, ain't nobody in here, so I'm gonna put my weapon down. I'm gonna put my Bible down.
Ooh.
I'm gonna
Come
stop
on
praying
with it.
right now because
Come
the
on.
marriage is going good right now. I looked in the middle of the room, ain't nothing there. Hey, but what's on that corner though? It's that girl in them short clothes made you laugh one time. See, when you look, the job look good right now, but what's around the corner? That employee that's about to get that promotion that you really wanted, knowing he don't deserve it, it hit you. Now you back in the past again. What I'm trying to
Yeah.
tell
Yeah.
you is before you walk in the room, you might want to take a scope and look at the corners, not just the middle of the room. That's why Jesus didn't rush nowhere. He never hastily moved. He took his time. He went at his own pace. A lot of us are just getting the doors and we just walking on in. Hey, this thing say book deal. Boom, I'm in. Now you $100,000 in debt because you didn't went to somebody named
Ooh.
Leroy that ain't never wrote a book before, and now he done edited and got you copyrighted sued. Like, that's what I'm
Yeah.
trying
Yeah.
to tell y'all. You
Yeah.
gotta
Yeah.
go at your own pace. It turns right back into the door you was talking about with comparison. If you comparing all the time, you trying to do things you at a rush. You on man, hold on. Here we go.
Come on
You
with it.
got shorter legs and you trying to run with somebody who got a longer stride.
Man.
You ain't
I'm be
keeping up with
tired.
it, dog. You ain't. It
I'm
ain't
be
happening.
tired.
You tired. You moving too fast. And like we
Mm-hmm.
say in the Navy, once you start rushing, somebody gonna get hurt. Like, that's what
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell you.
Facts. Ooh, that's
You
good.
need to start slowing down before going in these rooms, bro. Ah, man, dude.
Hey man, let me tell y'all something about it. Man, bro, man, me and you was on the same thought process with the military stuff because I was just about to come with this
Good,
same
bro.
point. But one of the things in the training that we took, bro, and this kind of gave me an edge when I was in the class. When I get to the door, I always look down because even if it's light in the room, you can
Yeah.
see movement, you can see footsteps, shadow, right? So oh man, there's somebody in there. So now I'm even more on high alert, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
If you recognize that you're in a vulnerable state, now you understand, okay, I'm in a vulnerable state, so I need to be on high alert from these DMs that are coming, or this smile that's at work that's a little extra today. You know what I'm saying? Like now I'm on high alert more, right?
That's
I'm
good.
better prepared before I enter that door, right? So a lot of times I saw people in class, they didn't even think about that. But see, it's the small, boring details. I'm gonna go back to it. It's the small, boring details
Yeah.
is what God wants us to get. Jesus said, hey, okay, got a question. Let me see the coin. Okay, well, this is a penny. This is Caesar, right? This him. Okay, cool. Well, if its picture is on it, then it's him. It goes back to him.
Yeah.
Everything else that belongs to God, it go back to God. That's simple details. Simple. We be we be looking for something extravagant. That's
Yeah.
why, because you're looking for something big and extravagant, that door that's big and extravagant, the enemy set it up that way.
Mm.
Now you don't walk through a trap because he's like, well, I'm gonna just give you what you're looking for.
Oh, that's good.
But see, our God knows that we don't know what's good for us. He says, your ways are not my ways. You can't understand how I understand, but I know you.
Mm.
And if I gave you what you thought you needed, you would surely die.
That's good, dude.
Hey, how many of us right now can think back on a relationship or think back on a person that we met, like, man, I should have been with them. And then 5 years later, you find out, man, she was out there burning everybody. See, if you'd have walked through that door, God knew what you needed,
Yeah.
right? He's not going to give you what you want. And that door that's of comparison, that's a want door. That door of I didn't make rank, that's a want door.
That's good.
That door of, man, I want this promotion, I deserve this. See, it's something about the door that always point back to self. And God don't want you thinking about self. He wants you thinking about him.
Yeah.
So if that door says, man, I don't want to go through that door, usually you probably should go through that door because God made it plain and boring. It's not going to be attractive. This walk with God, I want to be honest with y'all, it ain't attractive. It's not sexy. It's not designed to be that way. It's
Yeah.
designed to have small details, a game plan to walk it out. That, and I'm not talking DJ Uncle. Okay. God's plans. That's why what it says in the Bible, man, when man makes plans, God laughs. You want to know why? Because he like, ain't none of that gonna work, man. Like, you really thought that was gonna work?
Yeah.
Like, God's like, hey, ain't none of that gonna work. You going through that door? My son, ain't no furniture in that room. You ain't got nowhere to get rest.
Yeah.
Ain't no love in that room. You gonna be in the lonely and depressed.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't no restoration in there. You gonna be right back where you used to be.
Ooh.
See, it's the small, boring details is why God loves us so much, right? But we don't tend to see it because it's not big. It's not shiny suit man P Diddy style,
That's
right? So get out of that focus of, man, I need this flamboyant door. You don't need that. You just need the simple details of God's plan.
bro. I'm gonna say this, man, because we coming up on it. This got to be a two-parter. I'm
Oh
sorry.
yeah, for sure,
It got to
for
be.
sure.
It's gonna be a two-parter of this same episode. But I want to leave with this because you just said something and I got a word from him. So I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna end it on this one. You said like um we sitting up here planning as God is laughing like, bro, why, what, you crazy? Can't believe
Mm.
you can't even believe you wrote this down, like whatever. Imagine if when you were younger in school, they started you writing off in pen or permanent marker.
Oh man,
Like
ooh,
if in handwriting class, when you learn how to start writing,
man.
imagine if they started you writing on paper and pen, how messy your paper would be. Because a
Mm.
lot of us didn't know how to write. We had to learn, right? So
Yeah,
why did you think they taught you in pencil first? So
yeah,
you can
yeah,
erase.
man. So
So when you
good.
turn in, it didn't look like a bunch of mess. God is saying the same way. You can write this stuff down, but it better be in pencil because a lot of these plans gonna need erasing. A lot of
Mm.
us are starting to write our plans in permanent marker and pen, and our paper look messy because we all over the place. We like,
Mm.
oh yeah, boy, by the time I'm 33, I'm gonna be
Mm.
100K. I'm gonna have $1 million, blase blah house and whatever. You get to
Mm.
33 and you like, God dang it. All right, 34. I'm gonna give it to 34. And God is like, no, that's not my plans for you. My plan is for you to
Right.
start a church or a podcast. And you like, whoa, nah, that ain't on mine. But God keep rewriting it again and again. Because God is going to get you to your
So
purpose. I
good.
don't know if y'all
So
know this,
good.
but God is going to get you to point B. You can either take the long way or you can go the short way, but He's gonna get you to point B. So, bro, I
So
wanted to
good.
make that point like real
So
quick.
good.
You better be
So
writing
good.
in pencil because a lot of the things we want, I'm being honest, even with me, a lot of
Yeah.
things we want, that's just in pencil. It's gonna get erased because God has His own plan, His own time, His own will for His kingdom. It has nothing to do with you. He gives us things because He loves us and He wants to
Mm-hmm.
bless us. But if it ain't for His kingdom, it ain't coming your way because
Mm.
everything He do is for the kingdom. God is mission first, as we say in the Navy. Mission is the kingdom. So you can be funny and you think you can be a comedian, and guys like, nah, they ain't helping the kingdom, dog. I need you to do this. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you the gift of it because laughter and love is great. But at the end of the
Mm-hmm.
day, serve the kingdom. I'm gonna leave with that one because this about
Hey.
to be a part two. I had so much more written, bro.
Hey.
On part two.
Whew. Yo. Hey. I don't have nothing, bro. Stay away from them trap doors. Understand which door you're going through. Understand that God's door is it's not supposed to be pretty. It's supposed to work. It's a functional door. Your life has been so filled with dysfunction
Yeah.
that you can't even recognize function.
Mm,
Right? So God's door is functional. It works. You can open and close it. It won't be a squeak. It won't be a sound, and it's gonna lock how it's supposed to keep you
that's good, bro.
protected. So, hey man, coming next week, part two of this is coming. I already know it, man. This was a good one. So,
Yeah.
hey man, I have nothing. If you didn't, hey, please like, please love, please share, please subscribe
Yeah.
because this stuff is getting better every day, man. I'm telling y'all. So, till next time, to part two, stay tuned. It's coming. Be blessed. We love you. Hey, we'll see y'all on the next one.
BroTalk.